Hey guys, it's Mick. Welcome back to more Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender action. In the last one, something weird happened. We saw, I guess, an apparition named Anna, who was aware that, or at least seemed aware that she was in a video game. And, it kinda screwed with Jill for a bit, understandably. And we went home early. Hopefully in this one, we don't have to go home early again, because we need that cash dollar bills, yo. So, anyway, let's go. Let's go to work. Good evening. Hey, Jill, let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Isn't that a bit soon? Why? Did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean... Never mind, because we just had the mega Christmas party, I'm guessing. Sure, I'm in for it. Great! And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back. See? So, you coming to the New Year's party too, Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... Told you. We're depressing people. Oh yeah, the kid from the other day. Gabby, I think you called her, asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note. A note? Gabby? Let's see. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take all the stress out on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so, it feels weird to ask this of you, but after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. Oh, that's really sweet. I'm happy that everyone seems to be coping with it in their own way properly. I look forward to that. If you don't want to see me after all that, I understand. But please, I really want to talk to you. Gabby. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. She was always a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yeah, she asked me when you would be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea now that I think about it. But boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I really don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me. What drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years? Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hilarious or hideously stupid mistake, and it's painful to face your mistakes. It is, but it is something you gotta do eventually. Hang in there, Jill. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby is in the right to hate me, but I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Out of sight, out of mind, I guess, but Jill, please. You have to face your past someday. And... Jill, you idiot! You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Yes, that too. The more you put off... It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, you see. I've fallen into this too, kind of. though, albeit in a much different way. Am I really gonna put myself on blast here on publicly on the internet? Screw it. I'm weird with abandonment, so oftentimes with me it manifests in either just not getting close to people, or two, the ones I do let in being super freaking clingy with, which will wear them down. And because I avoid it so much, it tends to bring it on, kind of. I do still struggle with this, kind of, but it's long. I'm much better with everything now, so don't worry, I'm good. But like, it's just when you worry too much, when you're afraid to confront people, to do things because you're worried that they'll hate you or they'll leave you. You might, the way you avoid doing that might just end up bringing that on, if that makes sense. Basically, don't avoid your feelings, don't avoid people, talk about shit. Be vulnerable with the people you care about. Anyway. Do you want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage, yep, Alma, that you hated feeling like that? Armitage? Titty hacker. Alma, right. I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister, but now you have a chance to make amends. And not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret. Which one do you pick? Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey, boss. Thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. Wow, we haven't even started yet, huh? We're starting with reminiscence. Okay. That was a long, good starting conversation, but it's good. Good stuff. Let's just hope it doesn't take away from the time we have serving customers, because, money. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously, though, it's the second note that has stirred such feelings in me. Second one? 2 weeks ago, I got another note in the mail. This one is from Lenore. Was it the envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yep. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear, may as well face the other. That's not a terrible idea, I just worry that the note has some very personal things in it. Maybe. Don't push her, Chief. I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up, Chill. Thank you, Gillian. Appreciate it a lot. You're a good dude. Thanks. Stella! Hey, what's going on? I'm happy to see you. I honestly think Stella... I think I've already said this. Stella, Sei, Alma, and Dorothy, and I like Gil a lot too, are like all my favorite characters. But, happy holidays! Someone's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. Sorry for that outburst. No, absolutely not. I'm happy to see you so cheerful and energetic, Stella. By all means, keep talking. I like seeing you passionate. Why? You look so happy, I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Exactly. Anyway, can you get me a cobalt velvet, please? Sure. 1 cobalt velvet for Stella. 2 of these, 3 of these, and 5 of these, all on the rocks and mixed. There you go. Here. Thanks. I did not mean to open this. Whoops. Are you meeting with Sei today? She should be here in a bit. Good. I'd be happy to see her too. She told me she wanted a drink here, and since I was coming here too, sadly I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How has she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. Yeah, that's... Injuries itch when they heal, and you don't want to be scratching them, but, like, the urge, I get it. Not that I've really had any deep wounds that I remember. Yeah, only like small nicks. I accidentally cut my toe the other day, and that's still kind of healing. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had any like things that like just bad wounds that are needed to heal. Thank God, but like I do know that wounds do itch as they're healing. So, what about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. Yeah, 'cause your eye. I imagine that's from a traumatic event. I'm sorry. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. Yeah, again, the traumatic situation, and I think because I believe they mentioned that while she's part of the White Knights, she was on trauma suppressors or something like that. I would imagine that now that she's no longer part of those, she won't have those anymore, and all that's gonna, like, resurface, right? She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. I believe you. She is very outwardly upbeat, and we already know she doesn't like to show when she's suffering. So, I'm not at all surprised that she has those bouts, and probably her being so upbeat all the time wears her down a little bit, right? And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will all make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Sei was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close. Then, her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up. And the teachers at her school didn't help. Sei is not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs equivalences to things she knows. You need to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. Yeah, schools are bad at teaching anyone whose way of thinking deviates from just how the curriculum says they gotta teach it. And bigger class sizes and all of that don't help that, because it means they can't spend as much time learning each individual student, and this is a whole tangent that I'm not remotely qualified to talk about. So let's move on. They basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Sei was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused. Always frowning. The total opposite of how she is nowadays. I can barely imagine it. From time to time, I see that old look cross her face and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Sei knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Give me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure. Cold and sweet. The way Jill says it, I'm assuming this is something she's ordered before. So it's just sweet. And with ice. So Moonblast, probably. I just want to check the other ones, though. Yeah, Moonblast. So, all on the rocks and blended. And we got... Nope, not Bronson Extract. Alright. There we go. 1 Moonblast. Here. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Sei asked for, you know? Now that you mention it. You know, back when Sei reappeared, it seems that she came here first. Oh yeah, she told me that. Glad she found a familiar face after all that chaos. You're a really good friend, Stella. I appreciate you, and I'm sure Sei really does as well. Did she tell you we had a talk at the back of the bar? You did? Well, it's nothing that important, but she was devastated, you know. She was afraid, tired. It hit me quite hard, not only after seeing her covered in bandages, but also after seeing her so cheerful before. I guess I should be thanking you then. You what? When I met her with her, she told me you calmed her down quite a bit. I did? I'm guessing, with all that was going on, the desire to not worry me weighed on her. It's happened before. So it's good there was someone else for her to share her stress with. Thanks. Sure. I don't think I did anything noteworthy, but sure. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe, and the cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, Uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel their people living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel a warmth there that Uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. Sei! I missed you. How are you doing? You finally came. Welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper part of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that 2. But I just want 1. I'm asking for one for me. Adding 1 to your order. Oh, that. Right. 2 beers for the girls. Just two gals being pals. But yes, keep ordering stuff. I need your money, and I need it badly. Alright, Surf. Here. Thank you. Thanks. Sei, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, "Where's Sei? Where's Sei?" Why do they call you just Sei when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry you had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks, and some dog thought it'd be safe to hide in a jar. What? The little guy managed to get his head and paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try to break it. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fellow was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah, we'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than depressing myself with Dad's woes about the next fiscal year. Yes! Please, you two come, assuming I'm able to pay rent, because I'm assuming that's like an ending or something. It feels like Endgame. But yeah, I hope Sei is coming too. But yeah, I wanna see you all there. I'll be here. Bye, Jill. Bye, Sei. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses, ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the amount of people who were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Okay. Something classy for Sei. Bad Touch, 250. Brantini, also 250. Cobalt Velvet, 280. That's the one. 260. I'm pretty sure I commented on this song before. Yeah, Skyline. This is the same one I commented on where I'm like, I want to know what this one is. I just really like this feel, you know. It's very, for lack of a better word, epic. I don't want to use that word though, because it's very basic. But it feels like, it feels like there's like a dramatic story turn happening or something like that. Or it's like the last stretch until the finale, basically. Like last level, kind of, before the final boss. Or like last form on the final boss or something. I'm rambling. Anyway, let's get Sei her freaking Cobalt Velvet, shall we? 5 of these. On the rocks and mixed. There you go. Something classy. Yep, this is the thing. Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah. Well, you know, her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? There's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story and somehow got it into her head that by being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. And that made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. Spiritual reincarnation? Well, the story says the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. That girl was delusional as a kid. Huh. Speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways? Something about a rough period where you were angry or something. Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried. But I won't go back to those days just like that, though. We didn't think you we didn't think you were, but still. Be kind and soft to Stella. She cares about you a great deal. Don't want to do anything to upset her. Keep her close. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know. I'm not a teen anymore. Expected as much. Told her as much. Hey, can you get me something bubbly? Sure. Something bubbly for a bubbly girl. Let's see, Fringe Weaver, 260. Cobalt Velvet, 280. I could get her one of those again. Frothy Water, 150. And Beer, 200. Well, have another Cobalt Velvet because it's the most expensive thing I can give you. There you go. Here. Bubbly. Bubbly. Hey, Jill. Want to know how Stella got her eye? I would like to know, but is that your story to tell? I'd rather hear it from Stella herself. It's not really... I don't think I should pry and have you tell me. But I guess if you're gonna, I will absolutely listen. Huh? I feel you shouldn't tell me that. I'm glad we're on the same page, Jill. She told you my story. I mean, she likes you enough. It's fine. I suppose, but it's... kinda different, I think? Like, what she told us was just... how you were as a kid. It doesn't really have much bearing on who you were now, and she said it out of worry for you, right? But this is you telling us something that I can only imagine is a traumatic event, and there's no real reason for you to tell us. So the game's probably gonna have her tell us that anyway, but I would much rather hear that from Stella. I myself am big on the, if it's not your story to tell, don't tell it sort of deal, you know? Even if I'm involved, if a story is if a story is only 50% mine to share, I will lean on not sharing it. So this makes me a little bit uneasy, you know? You remember when I told you one white knight saved me from another? Well, it's about the other one. Apparently he was running away after doing something... don't know. We were at the park and he held us hostage. Traumatic? Yep. Jesus, okay, continue, I guess. At one point, they tried to approach and he just... he gouged Stella's eye out. I tried to stop him, but he just went and kicked me. I still remember that kick. I could feel my ribs breaking. There was pain in places I didn't know I could feel pain. From time to time, I still relive that day. Well, I'm a bit more comfortable with you telling us the story now because it's clearly something that you also need to get off your chest too, so... Continue if you would like. Say anything you need to, but don't say anything you don't want to. I'm listening. The kick in my torso. Stella screams. It's chilling. I briefly regained consciousness after the kick. I felt like I was being lifted. The white knight that attacked us was on the floor, not moving. I was on another white knight's shoulder. He took his helmet off and put it on an anguished Stella. I passed out, and when I came to, I was in a hospital. Apparently, the kick ruptured a couple of organs and I was put on emergency care. I woke up because Stella was punching my leg, telling me to wake up. Damn. Just... damn. What made you bring this up? I bring this up because that guy that was here last time I came, Virgilio? Yeah, it seemed like he knew you too. Was he the white knight that rescued you? That makes a degree of sense. I think he's the one that saved us. No fucking way. Virgilio? Really? Yeah, knowing his character, it's just like, what? But just from the foreshadowing, like, I totally buy it. Just because as I said, I was picking up on just that they knew each other. Not that that was hard to pick up on, the game kind of slapped you in the face about it, but it's just like... you wouldn't think he's the type. What made you think that? Sure. More pounds and years, but I'm pretty sure it's him. There's something about his face I just can't dismiss. I'd like to see him again. Do you know how? Do you know the Steampunk Museum? Ask for Virgilio there. Gotcha. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Gil. Sure. That was a good day. I like that a lot. I'm always happy to see Stella and Sei and just see how they're coming along. And also, I'm out of save points, so, time to start overwriting. Wow, it just lets you overwrite, huh? No, like, are you sure? Just... Okay. Cool. Anyway. That's the end of this half of the day, so we'll end things off here, and I will see you next time in which we take care of the second half, and hopefully we continue to make the big dollars there. Anyway, see you then.